Hello, this is Dr. Shuey again, and now we're going to be into video 4.5. It's going to be it's the continuation of this last video on triggers, and we're going to look at how this now fits into this model that I'm trying to explain to you about how you get your headaches. So what I want you to do is, I'm sorry this is not the greatest visual, but it should get the point across. So nerves have a resting state to them, and that's what this line, this black line here that I've drawn right here, is depicting. Okay, and then there's this gap in between it and the time that it fires off. Okay, so when a nerve is irritated or stressed, you can take like this much before it fires off here and gives you the headache. Okay, so we're saying this is the trigeminal cervical nucleus being fired off. And these different stressors that we just talked about, the chemical, the physical, and the mental emotional, that's what these different colors are. Let's just say that this is the amount of stress you can take. Now, it might be in different varied forms. You might have physical stress that comes up to this point, and then chemical stress just a little bit, and then the rest of it, mental emotional stress that is your usual daily amount of stress that you take where you don't get headaches. Okay, so but that's what we're trying to depict here. Is this is what you can take in a day before you get a headache. You don't get a headache when you have this, below this threshold here. But now let's take that same person and let's give them a dysfunctional neck. Okay, so they've been in a car accident and they got ripped and torn and muscles and ligaments and all that in their neck. And instead of the threshold being here, it has been moved up to here because of the dysfunction that's happened through here. Okay. So now it's here. Now you put this same level of stress that you would normally have before, and it pushes you over the top into a headache. And do you see then that you have to go in and try to deal with these stressors and these triggers? And so you're going to have to give up that bacon, give up that wine or that cheese. You're going to have to change your activities a little bit. That's where triggers are fitting in here. Okay, so you can try to bring this level back down below here. But isn't it just much more logical to go after the dysfunction? Let's take out this physical component that is raised the resting state of your nerves to here and get it to come back down to here as much as possible. And one thing we really are, it's very well understood and is true is that if you have dysfunction doesn't just go away over time. What ends up happening is it gets worse and worse over time because it's sort of like any structure that isn't working right, or a tire on a road, let's put it that way. If the tire's out of alignment, it will continue to wear until it is put back into alignment. Makes sense, right? Well, this is the dysfunction, and it will worsen. And look what happens if you get your dysfunction up to this point. Look how much of the stress that you normally have, the activities in your life that you could take before that you can't take now before you get your headaches. So now you're having to give up, a third of the activities and things that you normally had in your life. Again, isn't it just much more intelligent to try to get this back down to its normal level here? That's what we do in this office. We take care of the dysfunction and we pull this down as far as we can. And the further we can get it, the more you can get back to a life that you are used to and want. Now, it certainly would be helpful to clean up your diet. It's always good to do those kind of things. But, there was a point in time where you didn't get headaches by the activities that you were doing, correct? So that means that you can get back to that. But you've got to take care of this dysfunction and get this level, this resting state of your nerves back down to this level to be able to accomplish that. Again, we do that in this office. If you like what you're hearing here, remember what I said earlier about the fact that we have this special here, and that all you have to do is you can give us a call at 533-1201 and call up and say, I was watching your videos and I heard about your $50 new patient special. And what that is it's everything included in the first visit. You get to come in, you get to talk to me, you get to find out if if you have something that I can work with to help you. The cost of the exam, your treatment, your adjustments, any exercises, therapies, there are no extra costs. It's just $50 for that first visit. And many times people actually get improvement within the first few visits. First 2-3 visits, they can have big changes in what their headache is like. So this is a great way to get you started, and a really very inexpensive approach to doing so. So what we're going to do in our next video, by the way, is I'm going to actually give you a way to assess yourself. So there are two things I'm going to do with you that you can kind of look at yourself and see, ahead of time if this is that you might have something that is related to what I can fix to help you with your headaches. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.